All right, no more fucking about. We are back. The 3 Points Podcast. Luke, how you been?
We're back, baby!
Yeah.
Woo!
About fucking time, man. What's it been, like a month?
Yeah, it's been a while. And you know what, I'm sitting here right now and this is the best way I can describe this feeling right now. You know, like a relationship, you're in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
And you're sitting there, you're like, the grass is definitely green on the other side. Like,
I
need some time alone, I want to see the boys again. And you
Yeah.
take that time apart and then you realize, man, I already had it, That's how I felt like with the podcast. It was like my relationship. I let it go for 4 weeks and now I miss it.
But now it's back.
I'm back for
now
round
it's
two.
Back for round two.
And this time it isn't sloppy second.
Yeah, but
We're here to
man,
stay.
but man, how different were both our clubs 4 weeks ago to now? But we'll chat about that.
We are definitely going to dive into that.
But man, like I was listening to before I came around here tonight, like an earlier episode. I was listening to both of us talk about like Arsenal, Chelsea, and we were in complete different moods in the way we're about to speak.
I know
that.
tonight,
you know what I mean?
And touching on what you're just saying there, so much has happened, like you said, like in 4 weeks, in terms of like club stuff, football stuff, real life things. So much has changed. So many things have come. So many things have left. So basically, we're just going to touch upon all that today, really. Like, this is just a catch-up podcast, guys, because we have not been on here in a minute. Obviously, Marc did his solo episode about, how long ago was it? Like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, probably 2 weeks.
And that was just covering, obviously, like we spoke about just then, like the extent of what was going on at Arsenal at the time. But things have kind of flipped round and,
Yeah, now it's gone on to you guys. Now we just hope that you lot bounce back.
But but before we actually do dive into all that things today, guys, we are going to start off with our usual shout-outs because during the time we haven't been uploading, Marc, we have been getting some love.
Yeah, a lot of people being on this podcast coming back.
The thing that surprised me as well was how many people actually were watching it and do miss it. Because generally, I got people asking me about it all the time from people at work, like Terry.
Same here, man.
At work,
yep.
From people at my friend group like Josh and Matt and all that, asking where it is, and even just people online, like messages, all that. My dad back home, your dad.
Yeah, I got a lot of messages from Big John as well.
First of all, John Yates, Big John wanted a shout
out. Big John,
so there's your
shout out, Big John.
Big John, there you go, you fucking greedy bastard.
Yeah,
you've got it now.
And I hope he's all good after that accident.
Yeah,
he had.
that was brutal. That's what I'm saying. So many things have happened.
Not a way to end 2020, man.
Like Jesus.
Yeah.
So to touch up, guys, before we do move on from the showers, we just want to say thank you for everyone that has stuck by us and supported us.
Especially through 2020.
Yeah, we have really appreciated it, and we are going to explain now where we've been. So, Marc, you want to take away? What have you been up to?
Last part of
2020 anyway.
I mean, you're catching up with like your friendship groups and that, coming up to like Christmas and New Year, and I mean, I've been going for fucking like job interviews and stuff like that. So that's where I've been.
Marc's moving up in the world.
Yeah, moving up in the world, becoming a businessman. No, I'm not going to become a businessman, but I've just been organising, doing live stuff. But I don't know. People might have thought that we've like packed it in, but no.
I think a lot of people do think we're packing it in. I don't blame them. We did. And again, guys, like we do. I personally, it is more, I'd say, my fault than probably Marc. When it comes to all this, it was just lack of communication. And then we're not throwing anyone under the bus here. We've both been busy with everything. Like, we've had so much going on, and like that's what we're explaining today. Like, it's not over. Like, we are back. This 2021 is our fucking year.
Yeah, and I must I'm sure you agree with me, but last year we were very like we were just making ideas like when should we catch up? Like, do you want to do the podcast?
Yeah, it was very. We just did it on the fly last year. This year we're coming in, we're planning.
Yeah, we're prepared. We got some ideas for 2021 and where we want to be towards the end of the year, and we look forward to sharing them with you.
100%.
But yeah, so that's where we've both been. But look, man, although people are pretty pissed off with COVID and stuff like that, and it's a pretty shit time, but I was thinking about it, without COVID, I don't think this podcast would have happened.
Yeah, so if it wasn't for COVID, I honestly don't think I would have sat down and gone, let's make a podcast.
Yeah, at the pub, because we could have been, like, you would have been in England at the time.
We just wouldn't have had time for it. I would have been in Europe. You would have been doing your music thing. Because at the time, me and Marc, like we said, made this idea. We were just a randomly casual walk around the park. And I've turned to Marc talking about football, and he's gone, let's do a podcast. And if it wasn't for COVID actually happening, which I know it sucks, the whole COVID thing, but it wouldn't have gave us that time to just sit down and plan this. And that's why I think last year's our podcast, like towards the end of the year, was a bit just not as organized as we wanted it to be. Like, we did. I still think we're quite consistent though.
Yeah, we were
consistent. We'll do
100%.
One a week for quite a while.
Because I think a lot of people thought that we'd do 3 episodes and then we just
can it.
Yeah. But we didn't. The thing was now like hopefully we're gonna like choose a day and go right. We're catching up
These
day
are the
every
days
day.
we're doing it. And I think we've got our days decided. We're not going to put that there publicly in case we don't fucking follow through. But we will follow through. But like,
exactly.
It's just it's hard for us, but it's not.
But
it's not that it's hard. I think it's more the fact of like planning around someone else's schedule. Is a difficult thing, especially at this age where we both have different things going on in our lives. We both have like, you know, and you can't predict like life. 2020 was such a fucking, you know, shit house of a year, and I think I'm done with that. Let's leave 2020 in 2020, and let's just think about 2021.
Yeah,
and that's
exactly.
Where, honestly, our content's gonna be going, guys. It's gonna be only going up this year. I think that me and Mark have like a new, almost like found love for the podcast again.
Yeah,
I
man,
mean, especially our conversations recently, how passionate we've both been again. It's
yeah,
good.
I know how you touched on it earlier, but like it was crazy when people come out to me being like, "When's the podcast coming back? Like, where's it been? Are you guys?" And I'm like, really, people like people missing us.
That's
you
the thing
know?
I think I didn't realize is that like when you have something and you kind of take it for granted. I took for granted that just like interactions you'd have with that random person like on Instagram or that random person in the YouTube comments, like, and I just missed the editing. I missed I missed the annoying bit when fucking Audacity would lag out.
Yeah.
I miss all the shit things, you know.
Yeah.
Pray to God this episode doesn't lag out, by the way.
Yeah, touch wood, man. But what is it? I think maybe as well people wanting like us back so they could hear me fucking have a meltdown because we've lost 1-0 to Burnley or
Luke going. By the way, guys, you guys can now all meme me for saying Chelsea were going to win the league about four weeks ago. But to be fair, we were beating Sevilla 4-0 at the time. We were beating teams at Sevilla. We were drawing with Tottenham, which, to be fair, we were dominating teams. Like, it wasn't like we were just, you know, we hadn't beaten a top 6 side yet, but we'd beaten some good Champions League sides. I felt like we were on the run for it, but we will dive into all that shit. But so I think people have just been wanting to sit here and go, Luke got it wrong. We all thought Ole was going to go first. Now he's joint top manager. Now he's joint top of the league. We all thought fucking Arteta was going to go. Now he's fucking 3 points behind, like, top 4. Yeah. Oh, I think, is it 4 or 3? I don't think it's even that much.
3 or 4. Yeah, 3, I think.
Behind top 6 anyway, but it's funny. The world changes so quickly. And,
you can be a relegation battle 3 weeks before, and then you're back into the title race.
I dead set think that is the reason why people have missed the podcast, is generally because of our reactions to it.
Yeah.
And and hopefully this year we can keep delivering more of that.
Yeah, and
sorry to cut you off, but
no, you go, man.
Instagram content as well is going to be coming this year. I think we're going to up our content game on Instagram. We're pretty shit at Instagram, alright, guys? The Instagram game is not up there. Yeah. But we are trying to improve
we'll cover the January transfer window and, like, you know, just the general Arsenal, Chelsea stuff. Sometimes we'll touch base on what's happening in other teams.
Yeah, we're trying to definitely this year, guys. This is just updates for you guys. We're definitely trying to get more Chelsea, Arsenal content out there, more specific about those two teams, because that's the whole idea when we had creating this podcast anyway. Obviously, we still want to focus on the Premier League, and that will be obviously the big focus. But in saying that, we do want to more focus on our teams individually and have more content around our teams so we can kind of, you know, broaden our horizons and just see what more content we can get out from it. And that's just more content for you guys to enjoy. So
and hopefully, if all goes to plan, you guys might be listening to us on Spotify and maybe iTunes. So welcome if you are. But if not, the next episode.
If not, Mark's a fucking liar.
Yeah,
I'm joking.
I'm hoping we can get this on Spotify this year. I want to kick off 2021 with
it'll be a banger.
Some form of like a step
honestly,
forward.
I honestly think this year is going to be a banging for the 3 Points podcast.
Yeah,
we're back and better. I mean, we're back, and hopefully we will be better.
Did I tell you the message Big John sent me?
Did Big John leave you a message? What's he going to say?
Well, I think I might have wished him a Merry Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
I said, Merry Christmas, mate. Hope it's a good one. And he said, and you, pal, get them podcasts back bigger and better than before. You guys can do it because they're great to listen to. I have faith in you two. You're going to smash 2021 with them and be massive.
Hey, big love.
So that was like a big, like, that was one of the messages. I was like, yo, like, you guys have actually missed this, you know?
Yeah, I definitely think that, like, seeing, like you just said, like, all the shouts from parents and, like,
families and friends
and just anyone that fucking has checked us out, it just means so much. It makes me realize that, like, this is, you know, an opportunity for us to really, like, do something with our knowledge in football and a passion that we've had since we were born, really. Like, I was thinking about it today, you know, like, football in general for me has been, like, almost like a lifesaver. From early on in my life, the only thing I can really remember bringing me pure happiness was, like, kicking that round fucking thing to the back of a goal. And then the fact...
all over the fence.
Yeah, all over the fence. To be fair, I was probably into the neighbour's back garden, and then you're fucking sitting there going to have to go get that.
Yeah.
But, like... and now, to be talking about that passion. is like insane. And
it's not that big to other people. People think anyone could do it, but to us, this is
it's like you got to understand from people that aren't really like, if you have your passion, you get to talk about it, and at the same time, you can make it almost entertaining and engaging for someone else to listen to and even interact with. Do you know how good that feels? Like as a person, you're like, oh my God, I can talk about my passion that someone else fucking enjoys it. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know if many people heard this, and I'm sure Luke will definitely agree with me, but the 3 Points podcast, we don't make anything out of this. This is so when we like sort of say what we say on this channel, on this platform, it's really out of just our passion for the club.
Whatever the fuck we want to say, we will say.
We're not here to like say, you know what, let's hope that we get some views because we're going to make more money out of this. Let's be reactionary. All we want is the best for our club, and whatever we've said on this platform is out of pure love.
Everything is purely done on this show out of love for the beautiful game and for our clubs that some may not agree are very beautiful, but you know, we each have our own opinion. And
exactly.
I believe that sometimes, sharing that opinion, as I can't get my words out, but I hear a lot of people say that, fan channels and are like detrimental to the footballing fan base. Like it makes us look so toxic and so like plastic and all that. And I understand how that can be seen as a bad thing. Like AFTV got its load of hate when it first came out, just because of the pressure it puts on, the clubs. But at the same time, like, and I've said it today, like, if there are clubs and we follow them and we want to be reactionary, let's be reactionary. Like, it's a results-based business. If I feel this way one week and I change the next week, then that's just, I'm a football fan. It's how I am. So like when I have people like call me out about opinions I've made in the past about Chelsea winning the league and then saying, oh, you're doing nothing about football. It's like, bro, it's reactionary. Of course, sometimes my opinion may be a bit reactionary because of the term of results we're getting, but at the same time, like, I'm going to rant here, but what I'm saying is that football is a reactionary sport. On this podcast, everything that we say is not in profit of anything. We're not doing it to try boost views. We are literally saying our true opinions, and if you don't fucking like it, I'm sorry, but it's who we are.
Everyone's allowed an opinion. I mean, you look at Liam, he, like, what,
talks
8 weeks
rubbish, but
8 weeks ago was saying, oh, Ole's not the one for the job, and we want him out, and now all of a sudden they're top of the league. So, and I'm sure Liam would backtrack on those comments now.
And the thing is, you could say, like, us making those comments, we know nothing about football, but at the end of the day, a bunch of other pundits made the same comments.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
They know nothing about football. It's just like, I'm not claiming to be a football expert, and never have, never will.
Yeah.
I'm not a football expert, but I'm a football fan, and I feel like I know the game enough to be able to talk about it.
Yeah, exactly.
But the only reason I'm really saying all these things is just to get across to you guys that we're not trying to say we're football like experts. We're just saying we're football fans who enjoy the game about it. But enough of the fucking fans. Enough of the small chat. I reckon we dive deep into this episode.
Go on then.
And I reckon we start talking about the old Gunners.
It turned around, didn't it? As soon as I turned around and put out that address on the Arsenal situation, we turned around. And you know what? I'm genuinely claiming. I was saying, drop Willian, drop Louise, bring in Emil Smith-Rowe, bring in Martinelli, bring the youngsters in.
Mark Banks has changed Arsenal forever.
I'm going to say Arteta was one of the 49 viewers of that fucking video.
Oh, you're gonna say that now?
And was like, yeah, all right.
You see, he has a second account. He just checks.
I'm gonna listen to Marc. That little 22-year-old in fucking Australia.
He knows what's up with my starting lineup. He knows how to fix this issue.
He should be the man. No, but honestly, like, it didn't make sense why we were playing all these players that you could see weekly. And it wasn't like 1 or 2 games. It was like a consistency of like 5 or 6 games. Even when we beat United, although we did beat them 1-0. We were just constantly like crossing it into the box, and I think the one thing that really stood out was that Partey strength through the midfield. If we didn't have got that penalty, it would have been 0-0. I still think, although we played better than United, I don't think we could have scored a goal in open play. And I think bringing Emil Smith-Rowe, and I was justified saying we need some Ozil.
And Saka as well, been very important for you guys recently.
Yeah, Saka, Martinelli, Tierney, all these players that are sort of in Arteta's, he does back Arteta's process, are now showing and restoring the faith that the manager's putting in them.
Yeah.
So like you've got players like Emil Smith-Rowe, who's 20 years old, who is not as good, obviously not as good as Ozil, but we need someone like Ozil at the club.
you know when someone's so desperate to play or do anything, they will literally go above and beyond the responsibilities they have as a player.
Yeah.
And I feel like the youngsters always do that for you, and and I feel like you said, like Saka, what's his name? Sorry,
Martinelli. Yeah. Emil Smith Rowe.
Like all those players that were just listed there, they all want to play, mate.
Yeah.
And if you've got people like Aubameyang, Willian, and fucking Pepe not performing, why not use these players that you have?
Yeah, exactly. And like I said in that thing, like when they get their chance, they're going to
take it because
they're going to walk in and be like, "Yo, I've got like a chance to play."
This is my chance to play for a club that I really love and want to play for.
Rather than like you got players like Willian and Aubameyang going, "Well, I ain't going to get."
Well,
dropped.
the merchants, bro. They're looking for the next paycheck.
Exactly. So I'm glad that's turned it around. The thing is, we can't now just think that Smith Rowe's going to be the one
is the
solve
because
we've got no other
problems,
attacking midfielder. Ozil going, he wasn't going to come in anyway, but if he's had an injury record, Emil Smith Rowe. He gets injured. Who are we going to go?
Yeah.
We need a backup.
100% agree with that.
Attacking midfielder, but we beat Chelsea 3-1. It was obviously I think Smith Rowe really added that because we were able to play through the defence rather than from the wings, sort of thing. You know, Xhaka did a brilliant free kick that one. That was
that game was so. It was just like that game for me felt like watching AIDS be born. Like, honestly, from Saka's goal to Xhaka's goal to fucking Saka. Fucking hell, mate! It felt like watching FIFA just being fucking scripting the game. Like, it felt like that was where Chelsea became shit.
Yeah,
I felt like that was the game Chelsea just became absolutely shite, mate.
Yeah, and people will probably
chance creation wise, like we had like 19 shots but only 3 on target.
Yeah, but people probably would have been saying like afterwards, like, oh, you slagged off Xhaka in that addressing Arsenal situation. But what I'm going to say to that, he did put in a good shift. But what I was saying is we need that.
But
weekly,
it is reactionary. Though. Like it's always going to be like a reactionary opinion because we haven't had time to.
Yeah, exactly.
It's football. We can't wait for 6 months to see what's going to happen. I have to comment on the shit that's happened the week after.
Exactly.
And hopefully that play does change in the interest for my club, which Xhaka seems to have addressed on social media that no matter the hate he gets, he's always going to play his best for his club.
Yeah, because like he came
and that's
out,
what we want to hear. At least he's getting some type of statement.
Because a lot of our fans were pissed off that he didn't come out and apologise for getting sent off when Pepe, Gabriel, all them did.
Yeah.
And when he scored that free kick, he posted "Actions speak louder than words." And that's what I prefer. I'd rather them go out and play a brilliant game rather than just saying sorry, I'll try next time, because it doesn't really change anything on the pitch, saying sorry. I'd rather him go score a free kick, have a solid performance, and be like, there's my apology. I've gone out there and I've done a better job. But yeah.
So go on. Do you want to finish up on that?
No, I was going to go into the Brighton game and was it West Brom?
Yeah.
But any other things you want to say?
Because I just want to say about that Chelsea game. Do you think that was the turnaround for Arsenal?
Yeah.
Do you think
100%.
that game spurred you guys on to think, okay, if we can beat a team like Chelsea in the form they were in at that time?
100%.
Yeah. Because I feel like that is done the reverse to Chelsea, which we'll get into that later. But digress.
But I remember when we beat West Brom 4-0, Sky Sports put up a photo saying, like, it was a graphic saying Arsenal win 4-0. The top comment with 4,000 likes was Chelsea will never be forgiven for this.
Yeah.
Because they all reckon that you guys have been the ones to give us
that title. Like, what title they want to bash fucking West Brom.
If we'd have lost to you lot, we would have been 17th.
And West Brom could have been, because they need points at the moment, so like they could have took points off you boys.
And West Brom went and took. People were saying, you've just beat West Brom 4-0, but
West Brom a good team with.
Yeah, West Brom took a point off. Took a point off Liverpool. Took a point off City, and we've also. When was the last time Arsenal went out and won 4-0?
I don't know. I actually don't know.
We've had 2 clean sheets on the trot.
When was the last time Lacazette scored from open play?
Man,
that's what I'm saying. Before that, like all those Chelsea games.
No,
you know
exactly.
What I mean? Like before that Chelsea game, was Lacazette scoring like that from open play?
Yeah, and now he's our top goal scorer at the moment of this season.
Bashing
but you know what's funny? He's a year into the final year in his contract now, and I still reckon to this day players turn up in the final year of their contract. Play for the new deal.
Play for the contract and then
play for the new deal. Because Lacazette's been fucking. I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna say wank.
Marc always has these weird conspiracy theories, guys. Not weird, but they're pretty accurate.
He's been so fucking wank for so long, and he's tripped up on himself. He's never fucking buried it in the back of the net. Now he's scoring 2 goals against West Brom, scored against Chelsea, scored a goal against City in the Carabao
That is
Cup.
Harry Kane in disguise, bro. Culture finisher.
Yeah, exactly. You know, when I remember when Walcott was in his final year, and we're like, yeah, let's get rid of him.
And he started banging goals. I remember that season. Yeah. He banged a couple against us, I believe.
Aubameyang.
Yeah.
Was like our saviour last year. Won us the FA Cup literally basically on his own. And then
everyone was like, yes, when he gets the new deal, it's going to be our biggest signing ever. And then you guys signed, did nothing.
I hope it genuinely is confidence and form.
I think Aubameyang dropped due to... I think because he went on a scoring, drought of not scoring.
Yeah.
I think that definitely affected his confidence, and I think that's why he wasn't scoring. And then to add on the pressure of that, you've got press conferences coming out every day, every week with Arteta saying Aubameyang's not scoring. You need him to step up, and then he's trying to like take the shift off Aubameyang and put more of the blame on, not blame, but like more of the responsibility and the emphasis on the players.
I think one thing that I don't like is...
that's a lot of pressure, bro, when you've got, like, you're getting told week in, week out by the press, like, he's not scoring. You're seeing that in the media, and your manager constantly have to defend you. You're like, shit, my manager's defending me a lot. I better back him, you know? Try to get some goals.
Yeah, one thing I don't like him being captain, because not...
Yeah, why is Uber
I think we gave him the captaincy to kind of say, you know, sign the new deal, sign the new deal. Like, like... I still think someone like...
I've always thought a keeper should be captain, to be honest.
Like Tierney, Leno, someone... Because, like... When we're losing, say 1-0 to Burnley, Aubameyang's not going to be with one person to grab like players by the throat and be like, fix up, you know.
Tierney seems like a fucking baller, bro. His goal recently that he scored.
You see with West Brom, where he cut in and then far post.
The way he beat his player as well was fucking class, mate.
Yeah, and no, he was. I remember like in his post-match interview, he's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna go on my own here." He was like, he had like Aubameyang on the left and all them, and he was like, "Nah, fuck, I'm gonna go."
It reminded me of Alonso in our champ.
Yeah, and he's only 22, so like you've got a huge future in front of him. But yeah, we ended up going and beating Brighton 1-0. And again, a definition of reactionary. We took off Martinelli, who gave us so much energy on the pitch, and brought Lacazette on. And I was like, "What are you doing? Why are you bringing?" 20 seconds later, first touch, Lacazette scores. That's why I'm not the manager and Mikel Arteta is. West Brom, 4-0.
4-0. And then before that was 1-0, then 3-1.
Brighton, and then 3-1.
4-3-1. What?
Yeah, weekly.
Yeah, exactly.
Weekly.
You had one goal in like 7 games or something.
Yeah. And now we're not. It's a start.
Do you want to see the table? Have you seen the table?
Yeah, let's have a look at the table.
For more reactionary purposes.
So we're 11th.
So you're 3 points behind Chelsea.
Yeah.
And you're 6 points off top.
Yeah, and we're 10 points off first. And what I'm going to say here, and before I say it, I don't want people thinking that what I'm about to say, I'm claiming it's going to happen. But I'm trying to explain how open the season is. At this point, in 1998, we were 10 points off top, and we ended up going on and winning the league. Now, in January, we should not be 10 points off top, the way we've been playing.
No.
That's how crazy the season is.
Yeah, so I want to talk about the season as well. And I also think this season has been weird for a lot of reasons, But I also think that you've got to understand that as much as it's been a weird season, Man City and Liverpool have made us feel like it's a weird season because normally the past 3 years, they have been dominating it. You know,
like by now the season's over.
And that's, I think now because it's not over and it's still in large play and we don't know who's going to win the league. There's so many clubs still in contention. Even fucking Everton is still in contention to win the league. I'm still saying. I know you don't think you will, but if you pick up points and pick up form and sign a player, you could still win the league. And so could we. I'm just telling myself there isn't because I'm fucking depressed. Man. As a Chelsea fan, I'm depressed. But like this season, because of the high standards Liverpool and Man City have set previously, I feel like everyone's thinking this season's weird for like big teams to drop points, but it normally happens every other season.
Yeah.
When it wasn't like Man City Liverpool every season, big teams drop points quite often. And we still win. Like, the less the season happens, like obviously where Chelsea won as well. Like we dropped some points that season, and Man City did perform well. But I'm saying is in like this season, I think has been definitely the weirdest due to the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Fans. And I think teams such as Aston Villa and Leeds really well. I know Leeds have dropped off a little bit, but I'm saying the way they're weird. Football, scoring 5-6 goals a game, they're getting bad. And Liverpool losing 7-2. And you've got Aston Villa like fucking winning like games.
United losing to a small club 6-1.
Mate, it's just different gravy this season. Different gravy, but. Nah, 100% think it's been a very reactionary season for a lot of clubs.
Exactly.
So Like what you said before about Chelsea, I do think Chelsea definitely can still finish top 4, if not win the league. But
it depends.
But it depends on what happens, and it also depends. I just don't think we're going to win the league due to a lot of things. But we can talk about that.
I don't think we're going to win the league either. But mathematically,
it's still possible. We're still in the race. The race isn't over. If that's what you're saying,
we should be 10 points off of 4th, not 10 points off of 1st. We should be about 16, 17 points
Chelsea
behind.
Should be 10 points off of 4th as well.
Yeah,
we've got so lucky to.
That just shows, like, we could go and lose, like, next week to Palace, and maybe Liverpool and United go and lose
that's what I'm
as
saying
well.
About all the jobs at the moment. Like, think about the start of the season, the conversation we're having about Ole's job going, maybe even Arteta's job going.
Then it was Arteta, then
now
it was Lampard.
And I'm saying everyone's so reactionary this season. I think we all need to understand that this season's a different season. Things are going to happen, but you got to drop points. We know that now. Yeah. Liverpool just lost the thingy the other night. Southampton 1-0. So,
if Chelsea don't win the league, who do you want to win the league? Who's winning the title? I'm going Liverpool.
I don't want Liverpool. Do you think
I'm going Liverpool?
You're saying who I want to win or who I think will win?
Who do you want to win? I'm saying Liverpool.
I'd rather City win it because I don't like Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool or City, they're the two. Because Liverpool have already won it.
I don't want United to win it. If United win it, I will never hear it ever. I would never ever live it. It'll never be lived down in my life. Yeah. Because everyone in Australia, I swear, is either a United fan or a Liverpool fan. Yeah. That's why I'd rather City win it, just because of where we're from.
Yeah. I hang out with Liam too much of United.
Bro, I have too many Liverpool fans and United fans to let them win the league, bro.
No, I don't want United to win it. I don't want Tottenham to win it. I don't want Tottenham to win the League Cup.
I don't want Tottenham to even be mentioned. When I was at the start of the season, boys, by the way, in the podcast, when I was always making those Tottenham jokes, it's mainly because, as a Chelsea fan, I hate Tottenham, so I find it funny when I have a rival fan, such as an Arsenal fan, giving them shit about Tottenham as well.
Yeah, and I bite when you say that.
He bites more than I do. That shit. So it's more funny because Arsenal Spurs rivalry, I think the reason why we both don't rival Spurs as a club that much, well, especially me anyway, is because they weren't even a big club that long ago, mate.
Yeah, well, I
didn't give a fuck about Tottenham, bro.
Yeah, I got up. Yeah, exactly. No shit. I got up and watched.
Player? Gareth Barry.
Yeah, I got up and watched the Brentford Tottenham game, and I think I woke Mum and Dad up at 6 a.m. because I was fuming about Tottenham getting into the final. No one realizes how much I fucking hate Tottenham. I wanted City to win against United because United were more of a chance to lose the Carabao Cup final than City, I think. I think City are more ruthless. They've been in that position. But yeah, it's turned around for Arsenal. We won 4-0 against West Brom, 1-0 against Brighton, and 3-1 against Chelsea. And I remember when we beat you lot, my mum came to me and was like, "Oh, it's good to see that you guys."
Oh,
no. She was like, "It's good to see that you guys won because it's nice to see you happy." I was fucking miserable throughout that run.
What I've tried this season. My new goal is not to let Chelsea result affect because I swear to God, when we lose, my whole weekend's over.
But yeah, no, I was fucking miserable. I was waking up at 2 a.m. and watching, and I was like, "We're gonna lose." Man.
I know you're talking about now, Arsenal game, but when I stayed up to watch the Arsenal game as well, the Arsenal Chelsea game, I don't think I've ever gone to bed more sad.
Yeah.
I didn't check any of my social media. I didn't message you. I didn't message anyone, bro. I messaged you the next morning.
Yeah. Do you reckon you lot walked into it thinking that Arsenal are pretty shit recently? So we're gonna.
Are you saying as the fans or as the team?
As a team.
As a team, I think I think they all there thinking that this is gonna be a hard.
Easy.
No, this is gonna be a hard game. This is gonna be a hard game, but we're not ready. I think they all knew it was gonna be a hard game, but they were not ready.
Really?
I don't think we were ready for that game.
Even after the form we were in.
No, I think you guys were on this. Look at the stats, right? We've never been in a top.
Yeah.
You guys have. Yeah. Man United. If we went into that game, we'd beaten a top 6 side like when we played Tottenham a couple of before. If we'd beat Tottenham, I think we would have beat you guys. But because we hadn't beaten a top 6 side in so long, and we hadn't played top 4
nerves.
side, I think the nerves. I think the fact that all the players knew it was a big game. I think that. I think the pressure definitely fucked us. I think the fact that Lampard didn't know his starting 11. I think there was so many factors in going into that game. But I honestly, you guys came into that game having won against your last team, and us having won. I think the game would have been very different. But I think you guys were wanting that win a lot more than us. I think you guys, it showed on the pitch.
Yeah,
it showed, bro. Okay, I don't agree with the Saka being a goal, right? I still to this day, with my hand on my fucking heart, think that's a cross to the back post.
Yeah.
And you guys can try to tell me fucking otherwise with how he looked at the back of the door or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But even with that happening, look how your boys will try and shit out, yeah?
Yeah.
We did not do none of that, bro.
Yeah.
We did no individual, like.
I just couldn't believe that we were walking into halftime 2-0.
Mate, you were playing football like is meant to be played. We were playing football as if we're too scared to even make the wrong pass.
Yeah.
It was so boring to watch, bro. I didn't even think we were going to get a goal.
Yeah.
I didn't honestly think we were going to score that game until fucking... And it was a what? It took till the 80th minute for us to get one shot on target.
Yeah.
One shot on target. It took us to the 80th minute mark.
Yeah, and I'm not being biased here. I'm not trying to get a bite out of you, but I was sitting there and I genuinely was not worried about you.
Bro, I was...
Up until during the game.
I sat there when I do not know where we're going to get a goal. Like, okay... I was saying this to my dad on the phone today. When I watch Chelsea normally, I'm never really that stressed about us scoring because I feel like we always find a way to score. Like since I've been watching Chelsea, I've always felt like we've had this thing about us where Chelsea will always find a way to score. But these last 5 games, man, I don't know where our goal's coming from. I'm fucking bloody hoping Giroud comes on and gets a fucking goal because I
was wondering. I thought halftime he'd come on and I thought this is where
Giroud's one of those players for us where when we play him, he doesn't create many chances. So he'll get us the odd goal, yeah?
Yeah.
But the chance creation up front isn't really all there because just the way we play it doesn't suit him. But recently we've been doing this whole crossing fucking tactics and shit. So he would actually suit that style because he's a very elite striker, very composed finisher. The volleys, the headers, very well.
Yeah.
And he scored a beautiful header recently, actually. So you sit there and you think maybe we should play him.
Yeah.
But when we have the likes of Tammy and Werner up front, we look better. Does that make sense? We look better, but we don't get the result. So it's at that point, I'd rather the result than us look good.
Yeah. It's kind of like, I'm watching Tottenham fans. They're saying they hate the way they're playing at the moment, but they're getting the results.
Bro, it's the same when he was at Chelsea, Mourinho.
Yeah.
Not the first time, the second time.
Yeah.
We just parked the bus for the whole season pretty much. And we won the league. And it was one of the leagues that I enjoyed the most.
Yeah.
But it was one of the most boring things. I think we talked about entertainment in my room before, right?
Yeah.
When at that point, I don't care about entertainment as a fan. I care about results. It's a results business. I care about winning trophies, yeah?
Yeah.
And at that point, I didn't care how ugly the football looked. I just cared about the results.
Yeah.
And I understand football purists will be like, it's entertainment and, you should care about, the way your team plays. It's all about the excitement for the fans. But I think we're in a modern day age where football's worth so much money, you'll never see entertaining football like we did previous to 2008.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't think we'll ever see the likes of a Messi, Ronaldo. I think we'll see those players again, but I just don't think we'll see the levels of that players as in the roamness because the way they just attack the ball, dribble on the ball, go for these runs down the line. You kind of when you watch football now, it's very tiki taka. It's very structured football. You very very rarely see players do solo runs anymore. Yeah. So I feel like we're definitely heading down that route of football, which comes back round to my whole point of it being that football is always going to be a results business just because of how much money's in. It's a business, So it's always going to be based on results. Yeah. So if your team has to play boring to get results like Tottenham are at the moment, then it is what it is. And if Chelsea have to do that for Lampard to bounce back for a couple games, play. I would rather us get back on track with some shitty kind of.
Honestly, man, you got to take a note out of our book. Like I said, drop the players that aren't performing,
I think we need to drop Werner
reevaluate tactics, man.
I'm sitting here and I'm kind of arguing myself right now because we drop Werner, we drop Havertz, and I don't really get the point of why we brought them in. Because then we're we're getting results, but we don't have our main players.
Do you genuinely, you got to be honest here, do you think they're going to flop?
No,
or do you think
they'll flop.
Do you think both of them will... Both of them?
Take them out.
Yeah. I reckon that...
I think Havertz doesn't suit the Premier League because I feel like they're too fast for him.
Yeah.
But I think right coach and right setup formation-wise for him and Werner, we can be a different grade of a team. We can be like a Bayern Munich type team where we just dominate teams. And I'm talking about, and I'm saying that with full confidence that they reach the peaks they've been said to reach.
Yeah.
Bro, people, and I'm not talking about people, I'm talking about pundits have talked about Havertz and Werner being easily like the two of the best in their positions in the world.
Yeah.
For their age.
Yeah.
Werner scored, I think, 50 goals in 35, not in 35 games, sorry, scored like 40 goals in 30 games or something last season, bro.
Yeah.
30, I can't remember the exact stats, right? This season he's done nothing in the past 10 games for us. The past 2-3 months he's done like nothing for us of big value, yeah? But neither did Hazard when he first came. I saw a stat today. Hazard, when he was 21 in his first, after his first, how many games for Chelsea, I think? Oh, I can't remember the stat by heart, but he only scored 4 goals or something like that in the first 20 games or something for Chelsea.
Yep.
Think about how long we gave Hazard to adapt to the Prem because there wasn't any pressure of him being a big signing, and look how he turned out to be. If we get rid of Werner now, this is going to be the same situation we had with fucking Salah, De Bruyne, Schürrle, sorry. Like, we always have these big players. Billy Gilmore's coming through at the moment. We get, and we lose them, bro. And we lose these big talents.
Yeah.
Hudson-Odoi could be another big talent for us. I just think we need time. Pulisic as well is coming through. I feel like, I know Lampard says it a lot, but we just need to give Chelsea time.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you want to dive into Chelsea while we're talking about it?
Yeah, go on then. Yeah.
Is there anything you want to say about Arsenal?
No. I'll
we
talk.
kind of died into Chelsea.
We'll talk about what we both expect in January for both our clubs later after the Chelsea thing.
I just want to talk about Chelsea in general, like just past 5 games.
Go on then.
Like not 5, but I'd say. So if you guys didn't know, the last results that we had in the league obviously was our 3-1 loss to Man City in the Premier League, and that was on Sunday, I believe, that game.
Yeah.
Monday. And then we drew with Villa 1-0, and then obviously we lost 3-1 to Arsenal. So we'll start with the Arsenal game, roughly talked about then. Pretty much Chelsea played a very, very, very boring game. Like, we had no ideas, we had no real like plan. It just seemed like we were hoping whipping the ball in and getting it onto someone's head was going to do something. We invited so much, like, even with the possession stats we had, it felt almost like we invited you boys to attack us, and like we didn't care.
Were you trying to play a counter-attacking football, you reckon?
4-3-3. But it was just feels like Kante recently a different player, as in like. Do you not feel like when you watch that game, the Kante?
When I watched the City game as well, he got brought
for the third goal in that game as well. He just looked his past couple games. But in that game, I just felt like from the get-go, we just didn't look like we're going to compete. Yeah,
do you reckon you lot were trying to play counter-attacking football, or do you think that's the tactic you guys have been trying to do? Because I see you guys.
We have always been a counter-attacking.
Yeah, because I've seen
pace on the wings. That's how we normally set up. But I feel like we were kind of hoping that the pace again of the wings with like fucking Mount driving down and looking for Werner up top, and obviously Abraham coming on in the end. But I feel like we did set up a bit more defensive than usual. I feel like we were very scared to play. Like I said, I feel like Arsenal came in with almost a nothing to lose mentality, even though you guys had everything to lose as a job term, like Arteta. But I just feel like he took the game to Lampard. Like, he actually took the tactics to Lampard and said, "Show me what you can bring, because I'm bringing someone else." And I feel like Arteta got the tactics right that day. Yeah, I feel like it just proves, bro, like Lampard still needs time. Yeah, he doesn't have a different team. He doesn't have a different backup plan. His backup plan is always the same thing. It's always change the midfield option and then bring on a striker, and then it's always a little too late. Like, always the last 15-10 minutes, and it's like there's not enough time for someone to make an impact.
I mean, mind you, when you guys played us, you brought on 2 substitutes at half time.
Yeah, and that was because we took off Werner and fucking Havertz.
You reckon they were good?
Oh, not Havertz, sorry, Werner and thing.
Do you reckon they were good substitutions?
Was Werner at half time? Someone else as well. Let me get it up.
Yeah.
Werner and
Hudson?
Kovacic, it might have been.
No, I think it might have been Kovacic.
Yeah, I think it was Kovacic.
Yeah, but do you think they would have made a difference if you'd have kept him on? Do you agree with those sort of subs, or?
I think Werner had to come off that game and played shocking.
Yeah, you don't think he would have maybe just gotten
I feel like his confidence is so low that he's played so much minutes of football this season. I feel like he needed that rest to come. But yeah, I feel like Chelsea right now is definitely a loss in terms of identity, in terms of the style we want to play. Like, Lampard needs to realize: are we going to play? Are we going to play Giroud up front? Are we going to play Tammy Abraham up front? Are we going to play Werner up front? Yeah. Who is our star striker? Who are our wingers? I understand injuries are a thing, but is our wingers Pulisic and Odoi? Like, or are we going to keep playing fucking Werner out wide with Tammy up front and fucking Havertz drifting out to the right wing? You know, like, it just doesn't make sense. I get they've all played there, and then we have Ziyech coming back recently. But even against Man City, like, it wasn't really Ziyech's fault, but we just didn't. We didn't.
I was shocked by that third goal.
Well, with the Kante error.
Yeah. But like, you had one player back to defend.
And then Kante runs back, and it's like, yeah, you look good running back for it, but you're the reason we lost the fucking ball.
Yeah.
Stupid ass missed pass.
Exactly, yeah. And I thought Sterling, when I was watching Sterling, I was like, seriously, you can't fluff this. And he nearly did. And KDB.
I've never seen a player look more scared in a one-on-one in my life. Like, against keeper. When he's one-on-one with a keeper, he does not look... You're never sure he's going to score, are you?
And, like, Sterling, like,
even since the England days.
He's going to fucking do it for England as well. Well, he already has done, but it's going to be like... I'm calling it now, Euro final or something, and he's going to be one-on-one with the keeper, and he's just going to roll it straight past
right,
and out.
Could square it.
Oh, bro, like, yeah, I'm very nervous about the Euros coming up because I just know how good Sterling can be, but he's going to have the biggest moment of his career, and he's going to fuck it up. But yeah, no, I thought you can't fluff this Sterling, and he nearly did. But
that was obviously Arsenal game and the Man City game, but then the Aston Villa game as well.
Did you draw with them?
At Villa?
Yeah.
1-0.
Yeah,
but Villa,
1-0.
we scored first.
Yeah.
And we were the first team to score against them in ages.
Really?
Yeah, like
wow.
Football,
yeah, because Emi Martinez has had like the most clean
we,
sheets.
Scored against them. Went 1-0 up, and we just sat back and invited the pressure, and then they scored.
Yeah.
And then after that, like, we dominated the game, like, as in, like, we should have scored so many times. But I can't take away from Villa. They played really well. Like, the Grealish and McGinn, I think it is.
Yeah.
Or wait, was it McGinn? No, it was Grealish and someone else at Villa, sorry. And they just the way they controlled the ball and played the midfield, it almost like it made Kante like look so mediocre. And when Kante looks mediocre in our midfield, we always play bad.
Yeah.
And when he's not performing, we always play shit.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to ask you a question about Chelsea. So when I did the Arsenal situation, I called out, I think, Pepe, Willian, Luiz, and all that for not being buying into Arteta's vision and his plan and all that, and to drop them. Is there players at Chelsea that aren't buying into Lampard's way forward that he wants to have this team playing?
Yeah, I feel like we need to get a lot of.
Do you think there's certain players that are playing, but they're not backing, they're not playing for Lampard. They're just, where you could bring someone else in.
At the moment, Werner. I think he's definitely frustrated with Lampard's tactics. I
Yeah.
feel like as much as they're going to come out in the press and say, in the media and say, look, we came here because of Lampard.
We trust him.
We trust him.
What
he's our manager. We back him 100%.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. I definitely feel like with the frustration of how the team's set up and him not being number one striker and Havertz as well struggling to get into the side.
Yeah.
I feel like both of them are, they're both. So the thing I love about Werner, and I've heard about this about him, apparently he's meant to be a real professional, like Ronaldo level professional. He's meant to apparently he's trained super hard. He works super hard. He's dedicated to his craft and being utmost professional, and you love hearing that about a player, when they're dedicated. But I feel like he's almost just he almost feels like the way that Lampard plays doesn't suit him. I feel like he almost regrets not going to Liverpool.
You reckon?
I feel like as a player, he probably wishes that came through a little bit. Because imagine if he played on a Klopp, the German manager, probably would be doing a lot better than he is under Chelsea. And I always think that, I'm always wondered, is Lampard our guy? I definitely am Lampard in, and because he's got a whole team he's made, and he's got the process he wants.
But it must be a kick in the teeth when you go out and you sign someone like Werner, and then because that must be the same with Mikel. Yeah.
What can we do when we're making these big money moves and they're not performing?
And
people blame Lampard, but it's not Lampard's fault if fucking a player isn't.
That's what I said about Arteta. He didn't.
What can he do more?
He didn't put Xhaka out to get sent off. He didn't put Pepe out to get sent off.
Not more you can do.
All he can do is just give him the tactic, and he can just hope that they follow through on him. And it must.
And I get when people the manager's meant to get the best out of your player, and I understand that point. Trust me, I understand that. But when
there's got to be a certain level of effort.
Missing fucking 2-yard, 5-yard sitters, what fucking more can Lampard do?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
I think Giroud would have gotten them.
Not playing for him. I just feel like people have kind of lost the motivation. Chelsea. I feel like Kante's been overworked. I feel like Mason Mount. Even though they play, I feel like everyone's just tired at the moment. The amount of games coming in thick and fast. I feel like the results don't help either. I feel like we need one big win, and the FA Cup game. If we smash these guys 10, or whatever they're
Morecambe, If
we beat them 10-0 or a big result, I know 10-0 is not a big result like that, even with youngsters,
Yeah, I doubt you
put
out.
We're not playing first team, but if we get a good result with those youngsters, like 7-0, or they're hungry.
Yeah,
to
play them. Why not,
mate?
Yeah.
Why not fucking go? Look,
why not give it a shot
in the fucking Prem? Like,
Yeah.
only because I want to have it. Same time, if he sees another striker coming in like Giroud and Tammy scoring goals, it's only going to create more competition for these boys.
Yeah,
for him
and
to step up.
competition.
And I want Werner to take that number 1 spot. But if you're not scoring goals, mate, go to someone else.
Yeah, competition's good. I've always said that, man. And yeah, like I said with us,
but it just builds
Emil
confidence. If the squad wins in the FA Cup game, even if it's a different squad, it builds confidence for the whole club to take on to the next Premier League game.
Yeah.
Which I do.
Leicester.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, man, we were playing Emil Smith Rowe. He was good and he wasn't getting a chance. If you guys put out a young...
Fulham, then Leicester.
Fulham, then Leicester.
Fulham, then Leicester. I thought we had an easy game next. If we don't beat Fulham...
That's a London rival.
Lampard might go. Only because recently, like you said, the couple of articles I've been reading have been suggesting that maybe Tuchel's...
Yeah.
But I think Lampard will be back to the end.
Ideal manager. I know that Allegri's on the scene. Tuchel. Who else you've got that's knocking about?
I would prefer. I wouldn't like Allegri because of our Italian history. Hasn't been. We haven't treated our Italian managers the best. Sarri kind of got fucking a lot of heat. Obviously, Conte winning us the Premier League and then just getting absolutely the way he was treated after what he won us.
Yeah.
As a manager was appalling. Obviously, he didn't handle the Costa situation the best, saying he was never going to play for our club again.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the moves that we made with Costa to get him to sell him for like 45+ mil to fucking Atletico at the end of his prime, end of his prime at Chelsea to sell him back to Atletico, I feel like that was the best business any club's ever done. Like in the Premier League, bro, to be honest. Sell an old striker like out of his prime, Diego Costa, to Atletico Madrid, where he's done nothing since he's been at that club.
Yeah.
Really, like we made a lot of money, but I just feel like
there's not a lot of managers.
Yeah, I just feel like there's not a lot of managers out
there.
There's not
a lot
the way
of options.
the way we treat our Italian managers isn't the best. So I wouldn't really like Allegri, but I wouldn't mind Tuchel. I don't know how to say his name actually, but the ex-PSG manager who's now been replaced by Pochettino.
You don't think you'll bring in someone like Terry?
Nah,
like we did Arteta, where we took Man City's right-hand man. Did you take Villa's?
Because
you don't think?
If Lampard's there, I feel like why would we get Terry? It's another inexperienced manager. I feel like you wouldn't go inexperienced. You would go inexperienced to experienced. But I feel like Lampard isn't going anytime soon.
Do you think Terry one day, maybe in the future, do you think he might end up as Chelsea manager?
Yes. Same way I think Steven Gerrard in like 20+ years could be Liverpool manager.
Hey, you never know. Imagine if you guys nicked Gerrard from Rangers.
He would never do that. Man. The mate wouldn't even fucking leave Liverpool to go play for one of the best AC Milan squads at the time.
Yeah.
With fucking oh my.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Imagine playing centre mid. Look, that partnership.
Oh, man.
Jesus, different gravy. Obviously, we're getting a bit sidetracked, but I feel like we need to offload a lot of players in the summer. That Chelsea's issues mainly resolve around us having a lot of dead wood in our chain.
Yeah.
Like Rudiger, for example. Like, yes, all these players are happy, and they all come out on social media and say they're happy. But when Rudiger's coming into the change room after a training session, and he's going, "Oh, not playing on the weekend again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be subbing." He's having a chat with fucking Zuma and
all
these other defenders.
Exactly like
and
us,
they like
man.
him, and he's just like a human being, bro. He's just complaining. He's like, "I want to start, but I'm not getting any game time. I'm looking at these clubs, and they're all like having chats about this in the change room. It's not good for team morale.
Yeah,
if you
exactly.
want to put,
it's toxic.
When you go into Liverpool change room, they're not talking about what team they're joining.
Yeah,
they're all fucking focused on winning the league because they're all there for a reason. They all know their roles. Right now, Chelsea need to get rid of for example, why are we not been playing Tomori? That's a question I have. Tomori's was the player, I think, player of the season at Derby for Derby County. Tomori was. Same with Mason Mount. Lampard brought both of them to Chelsea. Featured Tomori for the first couple games and hasn't featured him since. I just don't understand it. Obviously, he's not in his plans. We're meant to send him out on loan to Newcastle or Leeds. But because of the Christensen injury in the Aston Villa game where he went down really fucking... I know it probably is a serious injury, but... Mate, that whole incident when it happened in that game fucking pissed me off, bro. When him and Grealish went down, he didn't get the fuck up and it cost us the goal.
He just fucking...
Oh my God, pissed me off. Anyway, but because of that injury, we might have to keep Tomori and he might be featured in some games. So I'm actually kind of happy about that because I really like Tomori.
I have another
question. Sorry, to cut you off quickly.
That's
to
right,
answer
man.
the obvious question. I think we need to get rid of Deadwood and we need to get some new players in at Chelsea to fix our team. Not new players in, sorry. We need to get rid of old players and focus on the new players we brought in and build them up.
Yeah, I have a question for you, and it follows up exactly what you've been talking about. I heard Lampard saying after the City game that, it takes time.
He cried after that game,
Yeah, it takes time after a rebuild. Now, when the fuck were you lot in a rebuild? What happened?
We've been in a rebuild since fucking the whole Sarri situation.
But you guys used to be fucking.
So okay, we won the league.
What
happened?
Okay. Yeah.
So I'll bring it back to you. So we won the league. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, bring it back in flow. We finished 10th. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we won the league the following season with Conte. Yeah. We kept Conte again. Then we fired him. Then we got Sarri in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sarri took us to was it 4th, I believe? 2nd, I think. I know Europa League. So we won the Europa League with Sarri. It was Eden Hazard's last season. Then we were meant to get a different manager, but because of the transfer ban, we ended up going with Lampard.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have gone with Lampard if it wasn't for the transfer ban. We would have gone with a way more decorated winner at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We only went with Lampard because of the transfer ban.
Yeah.
We had the transfer ban, so that's a rebuild right there. We can't buy players. We've got a new manager. That's a rebuild because even about it, we have all the Sarri's players like Jorginho. He signed. He signed a couple of players. Like I think Emerson. So he signed all these players. Jorginho has been used, but at the same time, we not to the effect that we wanted them. I think Danny Drinkwater as well was a Conte signing. So we had all these dead previous signings before we weren't using.
So poor recruitment.
Poor signing.
Kind of like us,
A little bit like you, but not as bad.
Not as bad.
Signings, yeah.
Because
we still got the use out of Jorginho.
I've always thought, Chelsea have never been shy of spending
but
money like we are.
The rebuild is because we had to play a whole youth team in the Lampard season, and we got 4.
Yeah,
and that's the rebuild started from then.
Yeah.
So you got to understand, we went from 4th with a team that we.
Yeah.
Do you not remember the predictions at the start of that season?
Yeah.
What were people saying where Chelsea were going to finish? 10th.
First. No. What? The fourth season. Oh yeah. Yeah, I thought you meant this season. No, last season. Yeah, it was like
10th,
mid-table,
11th,
maybe 6th. Yeah.
Like best top. If they get top 4, it's like insane. We got top 4.
Yeah.
No one thought Lampard could do it.
Yeah. Do you think it was a bad idea for Lampard to just go straight out and go, right, let's buy all these players? Do you think he should have brought in 2 or 3, then maybe in January another 2 or 3?
Some of the signings were the club signings. I think that Maria, what's her name? Maria or something like that, the chick that we have at the famous girl at Chelsea, the one that's always doing our massive signings.
Right,
she wanted to get Havertz in. Lampard wanted him.
Right, yeah.
And then obviously Werner popped up and we started looking at Werner and Werner became our top target.
Because Mendy, I can understand why you went out.
Mendy was a personal choice.
Because Kepa was.
But
Kepa wasn't great.
As well.
Donnarumma would be such a good signing.
I don't think, like I told you when he first came, because his form's been pretty abysmal as of recent.
Yeah.
And not because I don't think it's him. I think our whole team's pretty shit.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
I think it's confidence.
I feel like
as well,
Mendy's confidence, and I know I keep going back and forth. Like I said, it's very reactionary. That's just the results business.
Yeah.
My opinion on Mendy is kind of changed what it was. Remember the start of the season where
4 weeks ago you were saying that.
Dick, and then right at the start, what was I saying about him? I didn't rate him. I
Yeah.
feel like I'd rather Donnarumma is young,
Blacked
22,
episode 6.
AC Milan, mate. So I just feel like Mendy, we need to get rid of Kepa. That's the main thing. We need to loan him out or just get him off the books because he's costing so. But no one's gonna buy him. So our best option is to loan him out for 6 months and pay his fees, like they're doing with Ozil,
Yeah.
Like, so a deal like that because we're not getting him off the books, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
exactly.
So and I don't think Danny Drinkwater's going anywhere. I don't think his name. What's his name? I just had a
Who are we on about?
mind blank then. Who was I just talking about? Not Danny Drinkwater, the other Kepa, that's it. Sorry.
Kepa,
I don't think Kepa will go anywhere anytime soon because of the wages he's fucking sitting on at Chelsea and he lives in London. So it's like, why would he leave?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I know he's a young player and he wants to go play for teams, but it's the same time.
Are you guys even playing him in like?
He featured against when Mendy was not available, so that was the last time he played.
How did he go?
He played all right. We conceded 1. That was in the FA. It was an FA Cup game. FA Cup game.
Was it FA Cup? Because we haven't started FA Cup yet. That's this weekend. You mean League Cup?
Yeah, League Cup. Because we played him. We played him recently. It was like about a month ago, and he conceded like a bunch of memes came because pretty much like Kepa every time it goes in goal outside the box, fucking score. And now Mendy's just decided to pick up this trait from fucking Saka inside the box, chipping him.
Yeah.
Fuck me, dude. I'm actually triggered thinking about it. But just the wage, fucking books, bro. Do you know how expensive he is, man? He's earning easily 100k a week, man. 100 to 150k a week.
Yeah.
And we're not playing.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy.
Another transfer, we finally got rid of fucking Piers, fucking after 8 years of us being at the club.
Yeah.
Winger from. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Yeah, he's now 26, bro, from St. Paulo in fucking Brazil. And we signed. The last game for us was in 2012, and we finally got rid of him. So that's another one off the books. But yeah,
it's
he's moved to the Liga side of Rio Ave.
Yeah, man, it's crazy how you sign all these players on such a big deal, and then they turn to fucking shit. But is there anything else you want to cover on the Chelsea thing before we get into
one last thing I wanted to say? I'm trying to get it up now. Was just made. Yeah. So this is a formation. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, here we go. So the formation I had discussed for the team that I wanted was this. I want us to play. Okay.
Yep.
This is the team I want us to play against. All right.
Yep.
I want on the left, so up front, in the middle, I want Werner. Okay. I don't care. I know his form's been fucking trash. Werner.
So you're not one of the people that want him.
No, I don't want him dropped. I feel like we need to start. He needs to get goals. We have to play him. He has to score.
Yep.
I want Werner, Pulisic on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Hudson-Odoi on the right. I know Pulisic is more of a right winger, but you can play on the left. Hudson-Odoi on the right. I want Mount in the middle.
Yeah.
Playing more of like a Kante role. I want Kovacic and I want Gilmore. I know it doesn't give us much defensive cover, but we can always have Kante on the bench coming. I just think Kante needs to start on the bench.
Yeah.
I don't think he's been playing very well. I'd love to see Gilmore, Mount, and in the middle. So a 4-3-3 still, but with that mid three, and then in the back, I'd like Zuma, Silva, Chilwell, and James. James or Aspie. I know James knee injury, or his knee's been kind of with him, and he's been kind of. The last game we did start for us, Chilwell got rushed back, which was against us. Played super shit. Reece James, I think. I feel like out of him and Aspie, though, I'd prefer Reece James. Give us a bit more going forward. So I'd like that as a starting formation with Chilwell obviously on the left. I feel like that at the moment is one of our best formations. Ziyech has been for us, and I actually would probably put him over or Odoi on the wing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do think at the moment better coming off the bench just for that more of an impact sub. That really high quality impact kind of moving back into the team. He's been injured and it's kind of warming back into the game because when he played the full 90 again, it's not full 90 when he started the game against City, he just felt like he didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like he offered as much as I was hoping he would, and then when he came off, kind of obviously he didn't really really deserve to stay on the pitch, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
He didn't really offer us anything. But yeah, that's all I really want to add about the Chelsea.
Yep, cool. All right, well, do you want to move on? We'll move on to our next segment. I don't think we had it written down, but we'll talk about January transfer window for both clubs quickly. What do you hope is done? Who do you name me everyone you want out and name me some players that you guys are looking at bringing in.
I kind of did just touch on that. Pretty much, yeah. I feel like we need to get rid of Kepa.
Do you think he'll go, though? No?
Nah, but I feel like not...
Yeah, so who do you reckon January you guys will get rid of, and who do you think you'll bring in?
I definitely think Drinkwater will go. Obviously, Lucas Piazza confirmed to go. Rudiger, maybe, as well. He might go. Been a lot of interest in him. Emerson as well. I think he will definitely go to somewhere Napoli or somewhere over there.
Yep.
A lot of Italian clubs looking into him. Just depends. Tomori, I thought would have gone on loan.
Mm-hmm.
But doesn't like it's happening anymore because of Christensen injury.
Yeah.
I would like for maybe us to sign another left back. Just in replacement for Emerson because we don't have any from the youth side maybe to step up. But now we obviously only have like Alonso, and I think Alonso's going to get sold as well. So if Alonso and Emerson both go, we don't really have a backup left back.
Yeah.
Play Aspie on the left side or fucking switch over James or something, play like different footed left back. But yeah, and bringing people in, I'm not too worried. There was reports that we're trying to get Donnarumma as a goalkeeper, Erling Haaland, fucking big signing players again. But I honestly would rather us not sign any more players and just work with the squad we have and try to build this squad and kind of work with what we have now. I would love another, like I said, left back or maybe another a replacement for Jorginho. I think we need to get rid of Jorginho as well.
Yeah.
I don't really think he suits Lampard's style. Lampard uses him quite a lot, but he's just too sideways for me. He's too much of Sarri ball. When I watch him, I remember how Sarri used to play. And as much as I did like Sarri ball when it worked, it was the most boringest football to watch when it didn't work. It was just sideways passing, left to right flank, right to left flank. Is there a counter attack? No. Back to the right flank. Is there an opening? No. You know what I mean? And that's just how Jorginho plays. It's always safe 5-yard passes. But then the thing is, when he does put the big balls over the top, we always end up fucking playing well. I don't know. It's just I'm ranting because Jorginho's one of those annoying players to me where he could be like Fabregas. Like, he could have that quality, but he just plays so safe.
He took a good penalty against Arsenal, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
If you guys had scored that, I'm going to say this right now.
Won that game 3. You could have been 3-2.
I don't think you would have won it, but I think you would have equalised.
Yeah, you could have got a point out of that. Because that was like
I genuinely
that was in the final
think
10 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, it was like 90th minute with 5 minutes left.
Oh,
and
that's the pen, yeah.
And I know what Arsenal are like. And if you guys had made it 3-2, we would have conceded that. What did you think of that penalty that he took?
I think someone else should have took it. I don't know why. I don't know why we keep giving it. It was only because Havertz wasn't on the pitch.
Yeah.
That's why. It's only because Werner wasn't on the pitch is why he didn't take it. Because Werner is our penalty taker.
But like, I was like, this is it. I knew it was too good to be true. 3-1 against Chelsea. I thought, fucking hell, Leno pulled this one out the bag.
It was a shit pen, though.
It was.
Just straight at him. Like, it was so bad. But yeah, that's all my transfers, by the way.
Yeah, for us, I think, we finally got Saliba out on loan, but I still want to know why we didn't, at least, I was saying before, we needed to, make a statement, say, we need to send him out to January. We need to say in a press conference that we're loaning him straight up. Yeah. Because saying we're loaning him isn't going to affect anything. If anything, they're going to say, oh, Saliba's available on loan. And that would have put more pressure on Arteta. But now, he's on loan finally, which is good. I think we've got rid of Kolasinac on loan to Schalke, which when he comes back, his contract will be expired anyway, so he's out. Ozil, I think, is going to Fenerbahce. I think we're going to pay his...
Paris already been confirmed, hasn't it?
Well, yeah, I think Ozil now...
Not by the club, but just privately, yeah.
Well, the club has confirmed that they will pay whatever they have to get him out of the club. But Ozil's got to make a decision whether he wants to go back to Turkey or whether he wants to play out his contract. It's getting childish now. He wants to stay out because he wants to honour a contract, but I think he's doing that just to be a bit of a dick,
Yeah, a bit of a cunt.
Yeah, Socrates, I think...
He's not going to move too easy, bro, he's going to make it a bit of a process.
Yeah, Socrates, I think we're going to get rid of. We need to get a new central attacking midfielder.
You need to create a midfielder. What's happened to
Awar?
Wow.
I don't think we'll get him in. Don't think we'll get him in January. His performance has dipped as well. Apparently, I don't know. I haven't been watching, but apparently he hasn't been playing well this season.
Sure.
And that's turned Arteta off signing him.
Okay.
Which is a good thing,
At least
Why sign? Why sign
so that's
someone
not performing? Yeah, in the league like that compared in the League One.
Yeah, exactly. So we're looking at signing Norwich's Buendia, who's played in the Premier League, which I like. Premier League proven. He's played in England for X amount of years. He doesn't need to adapt. He just comes straight up
in. He knows
the Premier League
system. He knows the football.
Yeah, plays left wing, right wing, cam. So I like Buendia to come in. Whether we can or not, they're saying that it's going to cost us about 40 to 50 million because Norwich are top of the league and Buendia has been their best player.
Yeah, they're going to make it pricey for him to move.
It's going to be pricey.
They're going to make an
so
easy
whether
deal.
whether that's going to happen or not, I would rather we get it done sooner rather than later. Get them going because they're saying that it's going to run down to the deadline day. And again, that's another thing where we're needing points now, not
100%.
waiting on, because if Smith Rowe breaks his leg, say for example against Palace or
you're fucked.
Newcastle,
you got no one else to really come in.
No
You've only got the experienced players, which you aren't even relying on at the moment anyway.
So I'd like someone apparently the plan is that Arsenal want to bring in a world class attacking midfielder so Smith Rowe can learn off him. Someone like Ozil, but someone
obviously in their prime.
In their prime sort of thing, and they reckon that we're not going to get that world class midfielder in January. So I don't know what's going to happen. There's talks that we're going to loan Isco until the end of the season.
From where is that?
From Real Madrid.
Yeah.
So for 6 months, and then we'll go into summer and buy someone. But I don't know. I think we need a new left back because we've only got Tierney. Saka can play there, but ever since he started playing on the wing.
Well, yeah, there's no point dropping Saka back to left wing back.
Yeah.
Or left back, sorry.
We've literally got no other left back at the club, so I think we need to get someone in the door, and it looks like Runarson's not going to be a part of our future at the club, so I think we'll get another keeper. So I think it's going to be a busy transfer window
for both of us.
For both our
I
clubs.
think there's a lot of outgoings for me. A lot of outgoings for your.
Exactly.
So do you reckon there'll be many incomings for Arsenal? Like any
you know what? I
coming?
think we might surprise some people. I don't think we're going to be.
Chelsea might make one big signing.
I think so. I think we'll make one big signing, but we'll make smaller, maybe loan deals. I don't think we should be expecting, like, say, 4 Thomas Partey.
No, I'm not expecting the same window we had originally. Like,
I think we're going to need to bring in some loans, maybe some cheaper signings. They just need to fit the system well and be able to play for the manager rather than just play for the paycheck sort of thing.
Easy.
So do you want to go on to the questions?
Yeah, on to the questions. Do you want to get those up for us?
Yeah, I've got them up here.
Easy.
All right, so we got 3 from my old man. So shout out Phil. Thank you for that.
To ask us questions, please make sure you are following the 3 Podcast on Instagram. So for those of you who don't know, it is at the 3 Points Podcast. That is the number 3 with the underscore at the end. So that's the number 3 Points Podcast underscore for all the latest Chelsea and Arsenal. To be honest, at the moment we're covering pretty much everything like daily. So that's like our plan this season is definitely to keep it with the Instagram. So if you aren't already, follow it. Give us some support, boys. We can have little convos on there. We don't mind. Send us anything, any memes, anything. We don't care. We're very interactive on there, guys. We ask a lot of questions, especially stuff to do with the podcast. Any upcoming content you want us to make or YouTube series you want us to do, just leave it all there. But anyway, digress with the questions, Mark.
So we got 3 from my old man and we got 1 from Jacob. So shout out both of them.
Easy,
both legends. First of all, we got Man City to win the Carabao Cup, please. Now I agree with him. I don't want.
Obviously, to a bit of context, doesn't want Tottenham winning the trophy since 2008, wouldn't it have been?
2008,
yeah. Against us, actually.
Was it against you lot?
Against Chelsea.
Oh, well done.
Fuck, it was as well, you know.
Really?
Double check. I think it was a League Cup final against Chelsea. It was the last time Arsenal.
2008 League Cup final
was
against Chelsea 2-1.
2-1, yeah.
After extra time
again.
Let's have a look. After extra time, let's have a look. Match. Shit. Hold on a second. Where is it? Who scored?
I'm actually interested in this now. So we do. I love our random.
Yeah. Not sure. Oh, here we go. Drogba scored 39th minute.
Yeah, I knew Drogba would.
Berbatov got a penalty 70th minute, and Woodgate scored in the 94th minute. Fuck.
The last minute winner.
Oh, well done. Thanks for that.
Yeah. So if Tottenham do win the League Cup, that'll be their first trophy since 2008. In almost how long is that?
Energy drink cup. Yeah.
How long? How long is that? How many years is that?
12 years.
Fucking hell. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, 12 years.
No, we're now 13. Now we're in 2021.
Shit.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, you know. That's a long time. And people call them a big club.
Yeah. I'll jump off a roof if they do.
Anyway, we'll go back
man, when I saw they got drawn against Brentford, I was like, now, Mourinho's paid them off.
They nearly lost that. They could have lost that game, you know.
They could have
lost that game quite easily.
They got ruled offside, a kneecap, man.
I
Fucking
know.
VAR, bro. And you know what really gets me? You know, I said that there was a couple of goals that were ruled against us, or a couple of things that ruled off against us in this quarterfinal against City. No VAR. Yet there was VAR in the semi-final.
Yeah, I know.
So
bit weird.
Why not use it throughout the whole competition?
Okay, sorry, going back to the question quickly because I just thought of it. Man City, Tottenham are obviously the final. Do you think this is the season where Mourinho wins Tottenham a trophy? Like, do you think this is the second season syndrome where Mourinho wins that trophy?
It's the most,
because he always wins at least one trophy in his careers at every club he goes to.
Yeah, look, it's the most nervous I've ever been. I was not actually. You know what?
They've been flying under the radar as of recent with their results. They've got their joint top with Liverpool in terms of losses in the league. They only got 2 losses.
Yeah,
they've played 2 less games than Liverpool, and they've got the same amount of losses: 5 draws, 8 wins, I believe.
Yep.
So they are got good form going into this game. They've obviously been beat. They beat Chelsea. They beat who else did they beat recently? Big team.
Would have been us as well in the quarterfinal.
In the last in the last cup game.
Yep.
So it's going to be interesting. This is the 4th final in a row for City. Do you think they can make it?
I hope so, man.
4 from 4, bro.
I hope so. Pep, bring your trophy home. Don't.
Yeah, to answer your question, I do think Tottenham are going to win it. And
you reckon Tottenham are going to win? Mate, don't.
I'm praying City do, but I think Mourinho.
You know what? It's going to be one of the most. I think if Tottenham do win it, you know what? I think City are going to be so fucking over them, and they're going to get one counter-attack and win it like 1-0 or 2-1. It's going to be so bullshit, and it's just going to make me fucking throw shit around my living room, honestly.
I just know for a fact that we're going to go up ape shit if they win, because that means that Mourinho has done the impossible. He's made Tottenham a medium-sized club.
I was praying that United didn't win it, because United would have more chance of losing against Tottenham than City would, because City know how to win that trophy. I'm just hoping City tomorrow go out and spend shit ton of money, get some players and some fucking pay Messi out of his contract to Barcelona, whatever, bring him in and get him to score a hat-trick against Tottenham. Fuck them. Fuck Tottenham. I'm getting pissed off listening to them. Is COVID going to shut down football for the foreseeable future? Now, I think we had 40 players tested positive for COVID, and they're now in Tier 5. It's looking like... No. You don't think it will?
Brings too much money into... the Premier League brings too much money to all these streaming services. Like it brings in way too much money to shut down. When they shut it down before, do you know how fuck that would have been for businesses, like sponsors and all that shit?
Yeah, but if the government,
I know the government
overrules it,
but I honestly don't think it will, because it would have happened already. They've gone into a nationwide lockdown. It's not happened.
Yeah,
it happened instantly last time. Do you remember the Premier League just stopped last time? It happened like COVID hit, and then it was like 2 weeks later they put that in. This second lockdown wave in the UK still hasn't stopped COVID. Games have been postponed, I know, because of all the things, but it hasn't been stopped. They can't afford to stop the season again. They can't afford to null and void again.
That is true, because as soon as Arteta was the one that locked the season down, because he got COVID.
There won't be it.
It was instantly. It wasn't like
they didn't wait
a few weeks.
What I'm saying. It would have happened already. They're not going to null and void this season. It's too late now. Managers have already complained about this for 4 weeks, bro. Managers have been complaining about this since the start of the season, saying this season shouldn't have happened. They had no preseason. A lot of teams didn't have any preseason. There was the game schedule with the people playing in the Europa Leagues or Champions Leagues too much. So to answer your question, Phil, I don't think they will cancel the season. I think the worst that can happen again is fans will be completely banned from stadiums, which I think they have been anyway. So.
Yeah.
Has it happened? Have fans been completely banned again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it went up to like 2,000 or something.
I think it's gotten worse than the original COVID outbreak,
you
know?
Yeah, second
So, no, it's not good.
So 2021 again, starting off pretty fucking shit.
For England,
For COVID, yeah.
They should bring the Premier League to Australia.
Bring it to Perth, man.
Bring it to Perth, yeah.
Perth's a safe place.
Fans. That's not a bad idea, because then they actually get like match day tickets.
Yeah, imagine us going to live, doing live watch-alongs of fucking Chelsea vs Arsenal in Perth at NIB Stadium.
Oh, mate. Oh, bro.
Or the Optus Stadium.
That'd be sick. Who's going to be the next Premier League manager to be sacked? Lampard.
I touched this earlier, so I won't go into too much detail about it again, but I don't think Lampard will be sacked. If he is sacked, it's only because of the likes of Tuchel being too much of a strong, and Allegri being too much of a strong pull to bring into the club.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think Lampard has behind the scenes been back to the end of the season. The only way I see him not staying to the end of the season is the players stop playing for him. And you know what I mean. You know what I mean. That like Joe said, we start finishing like 10th or 12th.
Yeah.
You know? But I'm not worried. Like I said, we're 3 points from top 4. We're a win away from changing our circumstance. So I'm not worried at all about Lampard. Like I said, a couple weeks ago we were talking about Arteta. 4 weeks ago before that we were talking about Ole's job, and now look where everyone is. So I'm not worried. I don't think Lampard's gone. But I think the next manager to be sacked would be Lampard. That makes sense.
Yeah, he's under the most pressure.
He's under the most pressure. So
he's under the most pressure.
I'm not deluded. Of course, Lampard, but I don't. He will be sacked.
You think he's going to turn it around?
Yeah, he will. He has to. I think I love that guy too much to not believe he will. Like, Lampard has been my living icon legend.
You must be sitting there thinking, like, why did we appoint Lampard? Because
I said this from the start.
Because you could potentially,
did you not
destroy his legacy.
Yeah,
you mentioned it.
Yeah, I did. When me and Marc obviously first recalled again, he asked me how I felt about Lampard. I said it was too soon.
Yeah.
Even if we got top 4, I said it's. Let's say this right, and I've always said this to Liverpool fans, right? We all know that Gerrard will probably be in his lifetime a Liverpool manager. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably going to happen.
Cool.
He's at Rangers. He's won the league already in January. Like, he's doing well, like, where he's at. If Lampard had stayed at Derby County for another year, another 2 years, won the fucking championship, brought maybe Derby up into the Prem, and then from there he took over Chelsea, I would have been like, this is the right time, right? I feel like in the timeline, him coming, you can't ever first of all, you can't turn down the job. You get offered the Chelsea job, you're not turning it down. If fucking Klopp died tomorrow, God forbid, and fucking Gerrard got offered the Liverpool job, he's taking it. I'm sorry, Liverpool fans, like he is. It's just facts. Yeah. He's not turning it down. It's their boyhood clubs. They played, lived, loved for, you know? So, I just feel like Lampard, it's gonna hurt when he goes, because he's gonna go. I don't think Lampard will be.
You don't think he'll be like Wenger or Fergie, where he's there for 20 odd years?
I don't think he's a long term, just because I feel like we need a manager that. I feel like Chelsea's always gonna be a club that needs a manager that's a proven winner, like a Mourinho. Yep. I feel like ever since Mourinho came, we're always gonna be a Mourinho club, just because that's how our history's kind of been. Since 2005, we've just kind of been a club that's known to sign big, win big, spend big, and then kind of dip when we lose. Then we kind of like, we have a season where we buy, win, and then we never seem to maintain that form. Like the season when Mourinho, when he first came, we had like the 90-something points or whatever, and then we couldn't maintain it really. Second season, did well, and then we went on this fucking run of really good, and then dip in form now. Like we went 10th, won the league, lost Conte, lost Lampard. Like there's no like, it's not been balanced since about like 2012. You know what I mean? Like we haven't had like a balance in the club for a while. Yeah. So I feel like that's definitely what we're missing. Yeah. And I feel like Lampard being our manager doesn't give us that like sustainability as like a club. I feel like he's still a young manager in his career. He doesn't even know how to deal with like these managers that have been doing it for like 10 years. They know how to deal with like media controversy. They know how to deal with protecting their players. Watch Fergie's fucking media conferences, bro. When he even says sometimes, "I'm banning you guys from coming into the fucking press rooms because you've been reporting fucking false shit about us." You know? Yeah. Like they've never dealt with these kind of situations before, when media are fucking trying to get you to say some dumb shit about your team, which they've done to Arteta with Ozil, they've done to Lampard with Werner and Havertz. So I feel like Lampard can be the future of Chelsea, but it's up to him and his tactics as a coach to see if that happens. Yeah. If he doesn't have the tactics, he won't stay here long. Yeah. Chelsea's a big club. Despite Lampard, the club's always going to be bigger than the player. Yeah. And I have to believe that. As much as I love Lampard. Yeah. It's hard for me to say. I'm fucking sad if like saying this. I want rest of time. I want us to have Lampard for the next 100 years. But I'm coming from we're a big club. We love trophies, and if Lampard doesn't bring us a trophy this season, next season, or this season, he's done. Yeah, I don't think we get into any finals this season. Like if we don't make a fucking cup final, we may be out. He may be accident. Yeah. You know what? Because when Arteta was under pressure, Dad and I were speaking about. They were saying like Henry or Vieira could take over, and we were like, no, we don't want any of those like ex-players, because that would destroy their legacy. If this team, because if Lampard does that, it just makes. Because I could just imagine like Thierry Henry, like the legend of Arsenal football player. Like if he gets sacked, there goes like all the good stuff that he did. You know. Okay, so we got the final question. Arsenal fans getting excited too soon because of their recent form, or is it justified? So shout out Jacob, a fellow Arsenal fan. I think there is a right for us to be excited, because we went so long being miserable and nothing was working. We were barely scoring any goals. Then you go to 3 games, we score 9 goals, 8 goals, which was unheard of. I think if we don't go and if we don't win every game up to United in the Premier League, which are winnable games, I think we've got Palace next. Then we've got Palace, Newcastle, Southampton, United. Then it's all been for nothing. I think if we win those 3 games, with the way the season's going on, we'd be in the top 4. But then once if we lose to United, we could drop down to 6, because you know how tight the league is. Yeah, it's so tight. Top 6. But I think if we go and get, is so tight. Yeah, I think if we go and get 9 points out of the next 3 games, we're in the top 4. I think that's the same with Chelsea. I still think it is very reactionary this season. Yeah. I think it's going to be like that. I keep saying it's my favourite word. Episode.
Yeah. Yep, there we go. Because we're 7 points behind Tottenham, I think. Yeah. No, we're 6 points behind Tottenham. And I can see them dropping points. You know, they got Villa next. They could drop points. Drop points there, you know. And then they've got Liverpool coming up soon when we play United. So I think what Arteta needs to realise is, yes, we're playing well at the moment, but let's not forget that there is still work to be done in the transfer window. It's justified to be happy, but it's not
Let's
permanent.
not get too ahead of ourselves.
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Remember, United was sitting closer to the relegation zone last season at this point of time, and they signed Bruno Fernandes and finished in the top 4. If we go out and sign someone like that, our whole season's turned around.
100%.
We just need that one player. Same with you guys. If you guys went out,
well, you never know if Havertz and Werner start performing.
Yeah,
then
exactly.
We've got a whole different squad.
So you never know. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting. And like these next few games for Arsenal and Chelsea are going to be so big for what's going to be happening in the near future for you guys. Genuinely, for I guess Lampard's future, and for us, I get like honestly, if you beat those next 3, I'm saying we'll be top 4.
And I agree
or at least
with that,
a point behind top 4.
I agree with
that.
I definitely think that this season's just it's too tight right now to even at Christmas to call. Normally by Christmas you kind of know the league.
Yeah,
position.
Normally it's whoever's top at Christmas
wins
the league.
Christmas, but I don't know anymore, bro. Like, like Liverpool obviously look like the favourites, same with City, but it could be anyone.
So you reckon you guys are gonna? We've done the questions now, so we're doing to the final thing. FA Cup, you reckon you're gonna win them against Morecambe?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a quite reactionary result. There's the word again.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be a 5-0. I feel like
5-0,
like if I feel like Gilmore gets the game time, we could definitely see him bagging a couple goals in this fixture.
Yeah.
Same with Adoy, Pulisic. It would be good. I actually would love Pulisic playing this game.
Yeah.
Just for some minutes, because even though he's quite an injury-prone player and he's been playing quite a lot of minutes as of recent, just to keep the form going, if that makes sense. Like, if he gets a goal in here and he goes into the next game against Fulham with that confidence of scoring in the FA Cup, it might just bring out a different side. I still think we need a couple main starting players to play in that FA Cup fixture. I know he won't do it, but I still love just a Mason Mount in there, a Gilmore, a Kante, just for that defensive cover. Yeah, but I know that he's not going to do that. He'll probably play a lot of youngsters just to rest the main squad because of the fixture list coming up.
Yeah.
To give you a little preview, who I probably would be. I'm not predict blind, sorry. Who I think that result will be, and who we might what formation we might start in. I feel like it will be a 4-2-3-1. Mainly because of 4-3 hasn't been working as of late for Lampard. He might go for a tactical change try something else out. A new strat out, a new formation. Yeah. I think he'll play 4-3-1. I could see him maybe starting some youngsters out there, like I said, Gilmore. And I feel like it's definitely a game where we can kind of use this as a tally to boost us up the Premier League table. I know it's the FA Cup, but I think we can use this result to tally us upwards. So I think that's definitely what this game can do for Chelsea. The same with Arsenal. If you guys win your FA Cup game, you're confident.
Yeah, 100%.
Who you got?
We got Newcastle. I reckon we'll win 3-1. I think it's going to be interesting who plays. I think we'll give Martinelli some minutes because he's come back from a massive injury and he looks good. I think Lacazette will be rested because I think he's now a mainstay in the team because he's scoring.
Well, he's on form. He's doing.
I think we need to play Aubameyang and get him scoring because I don't think.
Yeah, I'm saying get these main players in your team. Yeah.
I think either Pepe or Willian will play. I think Saka will be on the bench. Emil Smith-Rowe might play. Runarsson, I don't know. I think that's the one big question amongst Arsenal fans. Are we going to play Runarsson, who had a abysmal showing in the City game, or are we going to play Leno, So that's a question. But I think we'll win 3-1. But it will be interesting this weekend. Who do you have winning the FA Cup overall?
Who's in the FA Cup still in the top 4? So
the whole Premier League's in the FA Cup still, yeah. Yeah.
I would say I'm trying to think who has the most fixtures coming up and who's in the champ. Tottenham have a good FA Cup run. I could see them having a good FA Cup run. Sorry. I could see probably Tottenham. Look at his face. Look at that. Tottenham.
Fuck.
Arsenal again.
Mate.
Arsenal. You never count Arsenal at FA Cup. I've learned that.
Yeah.
You guys, how many finals have you been to in the last 4 years?
Oh man, yeah, we've been to the last 4 years would have only been 2.
Still,
50%. 2017 and last year, yeah, both against you lot.
Yes, I'm gonna say Chelsea. These are my top 3 teams: Chelsea, Arsenal, and City.
London. Oh, well, no, you got City. I thought you were going to say Tottenham. I genuinely
Obviously,
think...
and Tottenham, Tottenham.
Yeah. I genuinely think... I don't know why. There's no reason why I should think this, but I think Chelsea might win the FA Cup. I just think...
I can see us winning a cup.
There's 2 paths down the FA Cup. You get an easy run and you get a hard run. I think you're going to get an easy run to the semi-final.
Yeah.
You'll get through on penalties.
Like a pretty easy run in. Yeah,
you get through on penalties, and you might verse a team like Leicester or someone like Everton.
Yeah.
And I think you guys will end up doing it. I think we'll I think we'll beat Newcastle and we'll get drawn against someone like United.
I'm trying
or
to think
City.
like what team like that we could get in the final that would make it like a fun game, but again that we can still cup the W and get a trophy.
Villa.
Yeah, like like a team like when we versus Everton in the final, like, and it's not this year because Everton are actually a decent team, but like it'd be nice to get like an easy trophy.
But I think we'll get through Newcastle. I think we'll get drawn against someone a big side next, and I think we'll go out early. And I think our main focus will be on Europa League and the Premier League. I think you lot will win it. I don't know why, but
do you think you'll win? Do you think you have a good chance?
I think, like I've always said, Arteta sees Europa League as another entry into the Champions League.
Yeah, like another way of getting into that.
You know, because United are battling. They're first at the moment. We're not. We're sitting around 11th.
I can't believe that.
We're not. We have every chance of winning the Europa League if we can get the right players in, the right ones that want to trust Arteta. Because it's not as if we have to go up against Bayern away or Madrid or Barcelona.
These are winnable games, yeah.
We're playing similar sort of teams. No 2 legs. It's only 90 minutes.
Oh, no 2 legs anymore.
I don't think there's 2 legs.
Really? Damn.
I think due to COVID, I'm not sure. I think it's one game, like the semi-final of the Carabao Cup.
Damn.
Yeah.
That definitely make a different game because people have to go for it from the first game.
Yep.
There's no second game turn
exactly.
It around.
Yep. So that's what I think.
But yeah, that's pretty much touching on. Oh, there's not the question. Sorry, on the FA Cup predictions.
Yeah.
For us. Anything else you want to add before we end this episode?
No, it's good to be back. It's 2020 was a big year. We got arrested. You broke your nose.
Mate, 2020.
The podcast was born.
Was a fucking wild. Wrap it up. We created our bloody podcast. We fucking did some crazy shit.
Yeah.
I met you. Not met you. Well, I met fucking friends like this year. Like as in, I met the real Marc Bangs this year.
Yeah.
As in last year. Sorry, not this year. Last year. I went on some ride outs with you, bro. It was a good year.
Yeah, man.
Overall, I feel like 2020 has set us up like a good.
You know what I was thinking as well? You know, we kind of reconnected through going to Maz's party.
Yeah.
Now he's gone back to Wales now.
I know.
Imagine if that never happened, or imagine if he went to Wales earlier.
Mate, if this,
it's meant to be, man. It's meant to be, man.
But you know what I'm gonna say? I'm just like having this moment right now, guys, where like I'm so happy to be back. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit a like, drop some love.
Check our Facebook out as well.
We have a Facebook page now, guys. We're actually getting our shit together, so we have more socials than ever before. So go check that out.
Email, Insta,
everything is going to be linked in the description, guys.
Spotify.
In the top corner of the video, we'll take you to the previous video we just recorded, which will be Marc's thoughts on Arsenal this season. So if you haven't watched that, go watch that. It's how long is the video? It's like an hour long, 40 minutes.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
just talking about everything Arsenal. So if you're an Arsenal fan,
made me look like an idiot because after that they went
on fucking shit. But if you wanted to see what was going wrong with Arsenal before Marc made this amazing bounce back, fucking hell, like Arsenal in the dumps and now they're fucking fighting top 4 again. So you know, if you want to go watch that, please do. Apart from that, guys, you got anything else to say? Because that's me done. I'm all sorted.
That's me done as well. Yeah, no, also we should be back quite early next week, midweek.
Yeah, we're going to be back next week. We're going to be recording the episode hopefully on the Monday and then dropping on the Wednesday, guys. So that's going to be the new schedule from now on. Videos every Wednesday and then daily content on the Instagram, guys. So if you haven't already, go follow it. Like I said before, and I'll say it again. All our links are in the description. Apart from that, guys, I really hope you guys had a good day or whatever time it is.
Yeah.
Good time listening to
this. We wish you a happy new year.
We wish you a very happy new year. A very good 2021.
Yep.
And all those people in lockdown, remember, like we said earlier in the episode, early in last year, talk to people, use anyone, phone calls, mental health services, anything you need. This is the time of year where like it's going to get tough, especially the second wave of lockdown going through the UK. Reach out. I know my dad at the moment, like it's so cold over there in the UK. It's so lonely. He's so sick. So family, please check in with family, check in on your friends and keep spreading the love and positivity, guys. And let's make sure 2021 is a fucking good year. Yeah. And I wish City the best in the next few weeks because I hope everything goes well for them and they become world beaters because fuck Tottenham, exactly, mate. But yeah, that's me signing off and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Next week. Yeah, catch you guys. Peace. Bye.